How did Trump become Putin's BFF? The Trump admires Putin narrative was created by journalists who were upset that candidate Trump had effective criticism of Hillary Clinton's track record as a one-term Secretary of State under President Obama. The Clinton campaign tried to tout Hillary's foreign policy credentials. Trump asked what she had done, as Russia had run rings around her and Obama. Team Obama, which includes Joe Biden, had caved to Russia in canceling George W. Bush's Missile Defense Shield agreement with Poland. Team Obama had caved to Russia over the red line of Syria using weapons of mass destruction, when Obama was supposedly leading a coalition to stop Bashar Assad. Hillary Clinton made a fool of herself, giving the Russians a reset button because she had believed the Democratic campaign ad that Cowboy Bush had run roughshod over international politeness in his war on terror. The Russians must have thought this was the dumbest woman on earth. Her crowning failure was the reduction of Libya to anarchy, which she had sold to Obama as an easy military win. When candidate Donald Trump rightly asked what Hillary Clinton's accomplishments were as a one-term sex state, the Clinton campaign had no response. That's right. It took the American national news media sitting around their cafes and happy hours to craft a response to the Trump campaign. The news media took it upon themselves to counterattack Trump. This set a precedent for the rest of the 2016 campaign, where reporters lined up dozens of retorts to any statement or press release by Trump or his campaign. Television viewers got an eyeful to this approach when Anderson Cooper debated Trump, when Hillary had to stand by waiting for her crack at him. Fact-free reporting of Trump as Putin's BFF was then used by members of the Obama Justice Department and FBI to order wiretaps and surveillance against the Trump team. Then it was used by the Mueller Commission, where they could not find any Russian collusion by Trump or his team. Congress was surprised to read the appendix of the Mueller report and find that their sources for Russian collusion were simply speculative news stories by mainstream media news outlets written in the heat of the 2016 campaign. How did this happen? 4 years ago, the chronological sequence was remarkably short. It took just over a month from Trump criticizing Clinton's record as Secretary of State in June 2016 to the news media crafting the Putin's BFF strategy to protect Clinton by the end of July. The accusations were specious, but they just kept coming, hard and fast, and reporters stayed up late at night thinking up every possible angle they could use against Donald Trump. The Clinton campaign staff literally had no work to do. The media did all the heavy lifting for them, crafting counterattacks, counter-narratives, and endless pro-Clinton spin. This tactic has not changed, as the news media has considered itself at war with Trump since that campaign. And note that the media had a very different, worshipful attitude towards Saint Obama. Listing all of the media's pro-Russian accusations against Trump would be beyond the purposes of this video. The media makes a new accusation against Trump every week for his entire presidency, and they hope no one notices when their accusations turn out to be false. They never apologize, and they move on to the next attack. So why did Trump win the 2016 election? Because ordinary Americans believe in basic fairness. They could see the news media tipping the scale for their chosen candidate. Ordinary Americans were offended to be told who they should vote for. Why should a half-dozen talking heads on CNN select our president each election? That's not press freedom. That is the opposite of everything our country stands for. Americans voted enough for Trump to win the Electoral College and the presidency, not because of foreign election interference, but in spite of domestic election interference from an arrogant, elitist news media that felt they had a newfound right to choose our presidents for us. Not then, and hopefully not now.